If you were supposed to peak at 23, you'd already be done, but you're not, and deep down you know that. You just forget because you're bombarded by highlight reels, by polished timelines, by people who look like they've figured out life while you're still trying to find matching socks. You scroll through your feed, and suddenly you're in a race you never signed up for. He bought a house. She's engaged. They launched a startup. You're just trying to survive your morning without spiraling. And then comes the lie. Maybe I'm behind. Maybe I missed my shot. Maybe I'm too late. But that's not the truth. That's comparison-induced amnesia. You've forgotten your own pace, your own path, your own rhythm. So no, you're not behind. You're just on someone else's timeline. Let's fix that. The internet makes it look like everyone has it figured out. At 18, they're launching apps. At 22, they're engaged, glowing, and debt-free. At 25, they're taking client calls in Bali with six-pack abs and a perfect tan. And here you are waking up to 3 missed alarms, reheating the same cup of coffee for the 3rd time, trying not to have a full-blown existential crisis before 10 a.m. And that contrast, it hurts. Not because you're shallow, not because you're envious, but because it confuses you. Because it makes you wonder, what's wrong with me? Why am I not there yet? Did I mess this up somehow? But here's the truth no one tells you. You're not broken. You're not late. You're not missing anything. You're just being gaslit by a highlight reel, a perfectly edited, tightly cropped lie, a curated feed designed to keep you doubting yourself asterisk. So you'll keep scrolling. So you'll keep buying. So you'll keep chasing a version of success that was never meant to be yours in the first place. Being behind isn't real. It's an illusion, one that fades the moment you stop measuring your life by someone else's ruler. Who told you life had to be linear? Who sold you the myth that if it doesn't happen fast, it doesn't count? Who made you believe that your worth expires if you're not successful by 25? Let's be honest, we treat life like a checklist. Graduate by 21, career by 23, married by 25, kids by 28, millionaire by 30, dead inside by 35. But that's not a timeline, that's a trap. Because real life, it's messy, it's not linear. It's full of reroutes, delays, breakdowns, and beautiful, necessary detours. Some people rise fast and burn out quicker. Some take longer because they're building something real. Because they're healing, because they're unearning. Because they didn't get a head start. They had to fight for the starting line. And yet, you shame yourself because you're 24 and still figuring it out. Let me tell you something. You don't measure a seed by how fast it breaks the surface. You measure it by how deep the roots go. Because roots don't rush, they build quietly, underground in the dark, where no one claps, where no one sees. But that's where the real foundation is laid. So no, you're not failing. You're rooting, and the deeper the roots, the stronger the rise. Some people sprint early. They peak in high school. They get lucky with timing. Or maybe they just had fewer obstacles in their way. Others, they move slower. They build in silence. They fail a dozen times before they even find the door they're meant to walk through. But here's the truth. No one says out loud, one isn't better than the other. They're just different blueprints, different timelines, different lives. But social media doesn't show you that. Social media takes all of human existence, every age, every path, every backstory, and flattens it into one endless scroll. So you see a 19-year-old buying their second property, a 21-year-old getting divorced, a 30-year-old starting over, a 45-year-old finally feeling peace for the first time, all in the same minute. And your brain, it can't process that. It wasn't built to compare your entire life to a highlight reel made of everyone else's milestones mashed together. So you start to panic. You feel like you missed something, like life was a train and you overslept your stop. But guess what? You didn't miss anything. You're not late. You're not early. You're right on time for your life. You're in a chapter that's still unfolding, a scene that hasn't even revealed its full meaning yet. Asterisk, and the best part, you're still in Act 1. So stop comparing your behind the scenes to someone else's big reveal. You're not running out of time. You're just building something that takes time. It's not about slowing down. It's not about giving up the dream. It's about letting go of the panic that says, if it doesn't happen now, I'm a failure. You can still move fast. You can still go hard. You can still chase the life that keeps you up at night. But let it come from clarity, not chaos. Let it come from presence, not pressure. Because when you move from panic, everything becomes a blur. You miss the lessons. You miss the joy. You miss yourself. But when you move from presence, everything changes. You stop sprinting just to keep up. You start walking with purpose towards something that's actually yours. You're not lost. You're just early. You're not behind. You're just building. And no, that doesn't always look exciting. Sometimes it looks like healing. Sometimes it looks like uncertainty. Sometimes it looks like staying still when everyone else is rushing off cliffs. But your time will come, not by force, not by faking it, by alignment, by becoming so rooted in who you are that when your moment arrives, you don't flinch, you rise. And that version of you, the one who stayed grounded while everyone else was chasing timelines that didn't fit them, the one who trusted the wait, the struggle, the silence, that version will look back and say, thank you for not rushing. You gave us a life worth living. So if this hit you, breathe. Not everything needs to be solved today. Not every answer needs to be known right now. Mute the noise, unfilter the pressure, unsubscribe from timelines that were never built for you. Your journey, it's yours, unfolding at your pace, not theirs. And the next time that voice creeps in, the one that says you're behind, too late, or falling short, talk back, say this: I'm not running late. I'm just not done yet. And then keep building quietly, steadily, powerfully.